Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. You guys are still in the Tempian range, making your way to Darcis. And let's see how the rest of the way goes. You get to Darcis.
Excellent.
Intact.
So on the way there, we're still talking. So like, Dirk, you said you had some idea that you want for the wish. What do you want?
It's not what I want. It's what I owe.
What do you owe?
A wish.
Oh. What did you do to owe someone a wish?
I made a request.
Man, what did you get yourself into?
Like I said, in the past, I used to have a lot of entanglements. That's why these days I make sure there's no strings attached.
I see.
That was back when I still had a conscience.
So you're unconscious right now.
My conscience has been gone a long, long time.
So you're unconscious right now. Interesting. Man, this new guy's kind of weird.
So am I.
Yeah, you are pretty weird.
Also you've got like, what, rat features?
Don't go to carnivals.
I don't know, last time I got a pretty advanced spell book.
Yeah, last time I went, this is what I got. Freaking rat tail. Can't freaking do many push-ups.
Need to get you your push-ups.
Yes, I've been looking. They haven't been under any table at Shenanigans. I've checked every single one, even the bar. I had to do that one while Desmond was looking the other way. He still caught me.
All right. What are we talking about?
The new guy's kind of weird.
All right. Yeah,
Hey, guys, why are you whispering back there, huh? What's going on? Says.
Because I can't find my push-ups.
What do you mean you can't find push-ups?
I don't know, they're gone.
Like the popsicle, the push-up pops?
No, like I get down on the ground and do some push-ups. Like I can't find my push-ups.
Well, it looks like you're doing them right now.
No, but there's like 30 of them missing.
Oh, yeah, you said you got a little bit more winded after that ghost cat got you or something, right?
Yeah, the
And he needs to give me 30.
some
30 copper, 30 push-ups, 30 silver.
30 push-ups.
30.
Why do you owe him 30 push-ups? What'd you do? You knock around his house?
Something like that.
He couldn't answer a question about electricity.
What?
That's why he owes me 30.
Yeah. Sen, what's electricity?
Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
That's really scary. Yeah, I can't answer anything about that. I know. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Gotta find him.
Well, we're almost to Darcis. I see it's right there. We'll be there,
it's right there.
in just a few minutes. So you figured out what you want to cast for your wish?
I think we've got it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
You got it, Dirk.
You guys eventually get to Darcis itself. I think this is the moment where you figure out your wish spell. You arrive at the gates. I mean, there's not really gates. There's like a road that heads in. Bubbles has got his wheelbarrow filled with pants that he's very carefully folded. He's itching and scratching at himself like he always does. So about that wish, who's ready to do it?
I am.
You got it, Dirk?
I got it.
All right. Trusting you on this one.
Bubbles.
Yeah, you ready? This is the wish, right? Right?
Right.
All right, give it to me. Give it to me straight.
I wish for you to have all the benefits of the ADP or ADG without having to take the stuff.
All right, if that's your wish.
Okay.
He looks at you with sad, dour eyes, closes his eyes, and there is like the world darkens, but not really the world darkens around you. It's more of like Bubbles just is so bright that everything else kind of is dark by contrast. And the brightness glows until it is so bright you have to avert your eyes. And then it fades again. And Bubbles is standing beside you. Scratching. All right. Woo! Good wish there, guys. Good wish. Good wish.
It's fair. It's a decent wish.
And I look up in the sky and I say, we're even.
I don't know who you got even with there, but that's a good wish. It's a good wish.
I can't get mad at that. Mad at the carnival, though.
All right, boys. Well, you know,
I can.
I appreciate you getting me to Darcis
He's
and
still
all.
going to be doing drugs.
Oh, yes, sir. I feel great.
But now he doesn't have to do them, and so if he does run out of his supply, he's not going to be bringing demons in on whatever town he's in.
That's true. That's true. But a dope fiend's a dope fiend, and will be for the rest of my life. So thank you all. Thank you kindly for getting me here, and I'm gonna go sell some pants and score some dope.
Enabling, guys. Enabling.
I can just be a more lazy dope fiend. I can get fucked up enough that I can't work for days now. Woo! This is gonna be exciting. Gonna go find myself a nice place in the city where there's a lot of poor people and no one comes checking out those houses. Make myself a little home. And get myself a couple weeks worth of supplies and just go party on out over there, unless I overdose and die, but that's okay. It's not your problem, it's mine. I chose this life. Well, I suppose this is goodbye.
Yep. Pleasure doing business with you. Hopefully those pantaloon guys don't come and try and get you back.
Well, I think you showed them a good time. I think there'll be a long time before the pantaloons reconvene together. I doubt they'll replace those 4 riders quite so easily. It takes a special sort of person to charge someone on horseback with just fancy pants on and no shirt.
They were down to just 1 pair anyway.
Well, I get that one. That's the first joke I've gotten all week.
That was a good one, Dirk.
All right.
That was a good one.
All right. Oh, well, if that's all then, folks, toodles. And he pushes his wheelbarrow down the street, hawking pants to everyone that will listen.
Yeah, how big is this town?
Is there 45 minutes worth of adventure to be had here?
To be honest, I thought you guys would be a lot more time with the wish, and that it would be an interesting wish with fallout that there was to explore, and like details of the wish that would arise, and oh my god, I wished for this, but this was the negative side effect, oh no! But you like you know, all the negative side effects are for poor, what's his name? bubbles to deal with. So no, there's not enough. There's not 45 minutes of extra stuff here, but we have 45 extra minutes, so we can still do things though.
Yeah.
Let's take.
You could hunt down the pantaloons.
You might be able to hunt down the pantaloons right now.
Yeah. Before we do that, how big is this city, Neal?
I don't have any notes on it yet. I would say Darcis is a small town. It is one of the smallest towns around. You know, it's bigger than a village, but it's not that big. It's got a little harbor.
They probably don't have, so they probably don't have an armor.
An armorer?
Yeah.
They will have a weapons dealer and maybe someone who buys and sells weapons and armor, but they won't have a person on hand who will make you armor from scratch.
Or has any just laying around.
Well, I don't know. What are you looking for?
Something better than... I've got Splint right now, right? Yeah.
Splint is AC 16?
Yeah.
No, man. The next thing up from Splint is plate.
Yeah, and there's like half plate, field plate, full plate, right?
So... yes, there are variants here. Let's take a look at this. Splint is AC 16... Right now, so you could get like a breastplate only from someone. That would give you an AC bonus of 5, and then if you take your Splint leggings, God, Splint doesn't break down evenly. It's fucked up. I would say your Splint pants would give you an AC bonus of 2, so that would give you AC 17 instead of 16 if you just got like the breastplate from plate mail. But that breastplate is 35,000 copper.
35,000 copper?
For a breastplate, yeah.
Alright.
Like a nice, it's like breastplate and like some arms. No, it's just the front and back plate with like a nice high, what is it called? The colif that comes around your neck? Rob, help me with this name. Thing that your neck guard. Coif, thank you. Yeah, so it's the front and back plates with the coif. And like everything that you would need to like attach the rest of the armor to it, but it just doesn't have like the limbs. It's the cheaper half of the plate mail. The limbs themselves are 55,000 copper. The breast is only 35. Breast and back.
Wait.
He's gonna make you buy it a piece at a time.
5,000. Wait, so full plate, you're telling me is only 1,000 gold?
90,000 copper. Yeah. Or 900 gold, yes. For full plate.
For full plate?
Yep. But it takes 16 weeks to make.
Yep. And you'd make me wait those freaking 16 weeks.
I would put a timer on the calendar for when 16 weeks passes and the rock gets his full plate.
But then again, who wins? Me when I do that right before I go out on deployment and then I get back and it's like, look at that, 16 weeks passed. Yep. Or then I just have to wait. All right.
You won't be able to play from deployment, will you?
Oh, absolutely not. If you think there's internet...
I wouldn't expect there to be. I would expect that to be a huge security violation. No. And you won't be on base because you'll be out in the water.
Yeah.
Yep. How long is your deployment?
I don't know.
Is there like a typical length of deployment for your
Usually,
folks?
Those seem pretty similar to the
depends on where
kinds of questions a Russian spy would ask.
Yeah. So.
No, I appreciate his quietness on answering my questions.
I mean, it all entirely depends. I mean, I could do anything from going to freaking Walmart to buy freaking pants, or I could be like, all right, I'm gonna go visit my parents. So, stuff like that.
Okay. All right. So, do you want to... You can place an order with someone and they can have full plate made for you. Well, you could just buy full plate in Berkshire. There's an armorer there who'll build it for you. But it'll still take 16 weeks.
All right. Not right now.
Okay.
All right.
I'm thinking on it.
All right, Neal.
Yeah.
I am going to search for any sort of wizard in town.
Wizard in town or wizarding town? Like a town made of wizards, or a wizard in this town?
Wizard in the town.
Okay, got it. Not a town dedicated to... Ooh, hey! 19 on a d20. Yeah, you definitely find a wizard here. You find a wizard's shop and everything.
All right.
I'll go with him.
Yeah, the whole party can be here for this.
All right.
You enter this.
Well, I am going to. Yep, I'm just going to enter and say, "Hey, so you're a wizard, huh?"
I am one who channels the arcane powers that well within me. Yes. A wizard is such a plebeian term, though.
Hey, nice to. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Zen. I'm a wizard.
Greetings, Zen. What can I do for you? Can I do anything for either of you? Any of you?
Care to share spells?
Let's see. And what sort of spells would you have to offer me?
Oh boy, I I start listing them.
Oh yeah, don't you straight up have like some 4th or something level spells that you just can't use right now because you're not high enough level?
That is in a book somewhere else. Don't worry about it. But so I start listing them. If you would actually like me to do that, I can.
Do you have a list that you can just send me?
Sure, I can copy and paste it into Alright, it's in Roll20.
Okay.
That's many.
What, Rock?
You have so many spells.
Oh yeah. It's because I like openly trade with every single like party wizard.
Okay, so he looks through. I need actually one more thing. Let me determine his level real quick. Okay. He looks at this list of spells that you have. Ah, yes. This one here, he says, tapping. That's not what I thought it was. Hold on. No, not. These are all. A lot of these are like pretty strong combat spells. These aren't things that a town wizard really needs. I don't think any of these. Like, you might want Read Magic and Identify, but he's already got those. Detect Magic and Color Spray would be useful, but he's already got those. Metamorphize Liquids would be useful. He might want Metamorphize Liquids. Let me see if he's got it.
So you're saying that you don't want or have or memorize combat spells?
This is the DM talking, not the character talking.
Say, hey guys, I know a magic shop we can rob.
Sclerotus, Irritation... Mirror Image, Fireball, Wraith Form, Fly, Fool's Speech, Maximilian Stone Grasp, Slow. No, he's more about non-combat things. You know, most people, adventuring wizards do a lot more combat things. Towny wizards do a lot more like useful, practical things.
They do practical magic?
Practical magic. I feel like that's a reference to something that I don't understand.
It's all practical problems.
Yeah. He shakes his head and pushes the spellbook back towards you. No, unfortunately I have no need of these, but perhaps a cunning, adventuring wizard of yourself, such as yourself, might want to buy, and he reaches on the table and pulls out a lightstone, one of these. Only 1,000 copper coins.
So I'll pull out my big one.
Ah, I see.
I made that for him. You saw I have continual light. I pull out like a sack of just pills that radiates so much light it's blinding.
Yes, yes, I see. That is something you have already at your disposal. How about one of these? And he pulls out from underneath the table like a paper lantern, and he puts his hand on it and kind of hums something to himself, and the lantern starts to like glow softly with a little bit of like orange light.
Interesting. I'll pull out my lantern that's significantly less fancy, but essentially does the same thing. I unshield it, boom, there's light. Here.
Yes, you see, but that is bright light. Sometimes people, if you're throwing a party, you don't want it as bright as daylight around you. You might want some gentle, warm orange light to help give your party that wonderful nighttime feel instead of the blaring daylight feel. Who wants to throw a party in the middle of the day?
So Neal, I do have, my assassin kit here thing. Some basic, scarves or thing, quick disguise thing. So I pull out a red scarf and drape it over the Rock's lantern.
It's still pretty bright. It's a...
But now it's the red light. It's a little more romantic.
But it's still like bright daylight with a red scarf over. It's like if you took a big ass like spotlight and put a red scarf over. Like it would be tinted red, sure, but it would also still be like really freaking bright. Not that bright lights are bad. This guy's just trying to sell you a cool. Fine. I see you have no interest in my lighting. How about, and he reaches under the table and pulls out some soft, like some whiskey stones, and like slides them across the table.
What's a whiskey stone?
Feel them.
I'll feel it.
It's cold. A cold rock.
Oh.
It's like, there's two of them, and they're maybe about this big each, not super big.
This reminds me of that one thing we found that one time. Remember that one, Zen?
Shh. We don't talk about this.
These will always keep your drinks cold and never water them down.
Ooh. Have you spoken with Desmond? I bet you could sell these to him at a good price.
How much are these stones?
2,500 copper each. Perhaps you could purchase them and sell them back to this Desmond fellow, whoever he may be. But it is not something I am particularly interested in right now.
Intelligent people such as ourselves are familiar with big numbers, but speaking in such large numbers to uneducated common folk in order to use copper as the
say 2,500.
Doesn't that become problematic?
Most people are used to paying in copper. A copper for a beer, a few copper for some bread, a few copper for this, a few copper for that.
So do they also just dump pounds and tons of copper onto your desk when you ask them to pay?
That would be rude. I think people usually pay with silver and gold coins because they're more valuable and easier to carry large sums of money in. But the base unit remains the copper piece.
Anyway, I will... Yeah, I'll get one of those. I'm a good drinker.
Just
but
one?
Also,
it really takes two to properly cool a large drink. One will do if you're only drinking small bits at a time. But if you have
you do drink a lot.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, and do you have any blessed leather?
Of course.
All right, I'll get the 2 stones.
Okay, the 2 stones are 50,000 copper, and the blessed leather. Where are spell components? Here we go.
It's 50 gold.
50 gold. Yeah. So that is 100,000 copper total to pay.
You mean 10,000 copper?
10,000 copper. Right?
This is why
10,000
we
copper.
don't. This is why we don't do this, Neal.
No, this is not why we don't do this. That is
This is
just a
exactly why we
simple
don't.
extra zero that got added. Could have been done whether we're talking gold or copper, silver, electrum, platinum, mithril, iron, whatever.
Anyway, yeah,
like chat
blessed
has a
other.
good point. Like, when we go to the store and we say, hey, so how much for this used car? And the car dealership is like, well, then it's just 450,000 cents.
No, see, this is exactly why I'm switching to a copper system, is because so often people think of gold as the base unit and copper as like the change unit, when it's the opposite way around. Like, if you were to buy a beer at a tavern, it'd be like 4 or 5 copper pieces. It's not
This is
4 or 5
also-
cents. It's like $4 or $5 for a beer at a bar. So copper is the default currency. Like, 1 copper piece is very, very roughly equal to $1, right? So it's not saying this is 15,000 pennies. This is like, it's $15,000, and a gold coin is roughly representative of $100. So you don't,
But
you can
even-
talk in gold, but in default you're talking in copper. If
But
it's
even in medieval England, they would talk for small amounts. They might talk about in pence, but for larger amounts, they talked about shillings and pounds.
they might,
Because a
and
pound was actually a lot of money back in that time.
yeah, it was like an actual pound of silver was what the unit was, right? Pound sterling silver, is that?
I can't remember if the value of currency changed and everything, but I know it had a stable relationship to a copper penny, but it was just inconvenient after a certain amount of a certain amount to say it in pennies.
I feel like whether you say it's 50,000, 10,000 copper or 100 gold, we're talking like the same number of syllables or almost amount.
All right, then let's
But I think-
I feel like you guys don't like change, and I'm changing things for the better, and you guys are just digging your heels in because you don't like change, even though this
You're right.
system makes more
I
sense.
absolutely despise change. Have I ever told you about the time that I got paid $20-some in coins?
No.
It
No.
sucked.
Yeah. But
Man,
you can
that sounds
still
pretty good.
you can still pay this gentleman with gold pieces or silver pieces or gems or whatever you want, but the
Yeah, no,
default
but when
base currency is copper because that's about $1.
What's the price listed as in the book, though?
For what? For these items?
Just about anything
Well-
that most adventurers deal with, like a freaking longsword. Was it like 15 gold?
That's why I'm shifting away from it, because the books always deal in gold, and that's a bad unit of currency. It gives people the wrong impression, because then someone's like, 100 gold? Bah, that's nothing. I want more money, when really they're get like 100 gold is like $10,000, right? That's actually a legitimate, that's a significant amount of cash on hand.
And now it comes out. Neal just wants to keep us poor while trying to trick us. Thinking,
No, I want my players to have a reasonable expectation or a reasonable understanding of the amount of money that they deal with. So, because players all too often are like, 10 gold pieces, that's nothing. But 10 gold pieces is actually a pretty good chunk of change. You can live for a long time on 10 gold pieces.
except all the things adventurers need cost way more than that.
Well, that's fine. You can take, but the point is that you should have appreciation of your money. And there all too often is an improper appreciation of the money because gold is the default currency, and when people hear 10, they think a small amount of things, wherein really 10 gold is 1,000 copper. It's actually quite a substantial amount. So we need to convert to a currency to make people appreciate the actual value that they're dealing with, rather than people being like, whatever, it doesn't matter.
But you want your players to engage in your world in a way that involves these larger amounts, purchasing swords and armor and stuff. I mean, if you want us to think in terms of pennies, then we should be like,
We're not talking in terms of pennies.
Let's go raise some turnips.
We've never been talking in terms of pennies. We've always been talking in terms of dollars.
But it's pennies relative to what we always get.
No, it's not pennies relative to what you're getting. No, none of the prices have changed. None of the rewards have changed.
Yeah.
We've just added zeros. There's no pennies here. We've gone from hundreds to ones. We've just changed the denomination. We haven't changed any rewards in game. We've made it make more sense rather than less sense. This is a superior system in every single way, other than the fact that you guys aren't used to it. And you're digging in your heels and complaining. Like
Right,
children.
of course we're digging in our
Like
heels
children.
complaining.
Grow up, guys. This is Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
We deal in copper.
Just like you complained about it being called Desu, and so you keep calling it Berkshire.
Because Berkshire is the name that it's always been called by ever since it's had an official name.
No, it's been mostly called Desu.
To be honest, it's been called Berkshire for a lot longer than it's been called Desu.
Ooh.
A lot longer.
Just because you
Years
have
longer.
We named
have
it
went
Desu
around.
before you had a name. That's why you came up with a name, because you didn't like Dead End, East Westerton,
Sausageville.
Sausageville, yes.
But
And where's
Neal,
the U on that? Desu? Sausageville?
It's EW is the U. Dead End, Sausageville, East Westerton. Desu. Desew.
East Westerton?
As opposed to West Westerton or North or
Right,
South.
right. Anywho, you have bought these items. The gentleman also offers to sell you a magic raincoat that never gets wet.
A raincoat?
Depending on your proclivities, that could be very useful.
Yes. You don this garment, water will never touch you, as long as it has to go through the garment to get you.
Where did you
Isn't
get
that
this
just
from?
a regular raincoat?
No, regular raincoats will eventually soak through. This one is hydrophobic. Water will never get through it, ever. It comes from a spell of mine called Repel Water. It's a difficult spell to cast, but its duration is permanent. That's right. This, he holds out a wool cloak. This cloak will never be touched by water. It will always be dry, no matter what. You could submerge it in a river and pull it out, and it would be dry as a bone.
So I could just like use it as a bucket and hold a ton of water because it'll never
Yes.
seep through.
Yes, you could use it like a bucket if you really wanted.
Do you mind if we get a demonstration of this?
Do you make your own spells? Do you ever write
Or
them?
actually,
Your own version?
Or
price first, then demonstration.
Price is a measly 35,000 copper pieces.
But more importantly, do you ever
350
write your
gold.
own spells?
I have been known to create a new spell every now and then. I've
Could
also
you-
been known to learn from the people, learn from the wisdom of those who came before me.
Could you, for example, rewrite this permanent repel water to be a permanent repel bronze?
No. Unfortunately, it does not quite work like that. And even if it did, it wouldn't work as you hoped. You see, the bronze, the force of the impact would still collide with you. It would still wound you and damage you. It would be not what you think. I might be able to write something to repel liquid bronze, but it would still burn the fabric. Heat will pass between the two anyway. Clever man. Very clever
anyway, that's
man.
all I wanted.
You want the raincoat then? 35,000?
No, the stones and
I see,
the
yes.
leather.
Yes, I see. Okay.
Anyway, thank you.
Good day, people.
Good day.
Good
Though
day
if you
and
ever
good
happen
morrow.
to know where I might find a magic two-hander, and you ever see me again, let me know.
It's rare that magic weapons come up for sale.
Exactly. That's why I said if I ever see you again, and
Can you
ever
make
happen to
one?
know.
No. No, that is beyond my power. I will send a message to you, wherever it is that you live, if you leave your address with me. If I come across a magic
Shenanigans
two-handed
in
sword.
Berkshire.
Shenanigans in Berkshire. And your name, my good friend?
The Rock.
Excellent.
Do you have healing potions?
What do I look like? A common cleric?
No, because I don't think common clerics can make healing potions.
Comment was less about the relative abundance of the class and more of the specialization of magic. Clerics are weak people who need deities to supply them with magic. They are inferior in every
Well, I don't know. You
way.
see, I've still got these bruises and like these cuts everywhere. Can you heal those? Do you know how to heal them?
My magic serves me. It does not serve you.
That sounds like a very, very fancy no. Do not disrespect a cleric.
They're going to what? Pray you to death?
No, I'm just saying that they're going to be the ones that
they can do that, actually.
actually bring you back up. That's what I've learned.
Well,
It's called the reverse of raised dead.
silly little clerics. I think our business is done here, gentlemen.
It's
Thank
just
you
one-
for your
one saving
patronage.
throw, live or die.
Ah, yes, and I could disintegrate them as well. At least I don't
No,
have
that's
to
a
rely
one
on the
saving throw.
goodwill of my deity to generate my spells. A cleric could run out of magic at any moment simply for crossing their patron.
Wait, so you can cast 12 or 6th level spells?
Shh. Goodbye now.
Enchant an item as a 6th level spell.
Goodbye,
you could
friends.
You could create a magic two-hander.
He waves you out the door and shoves you away.
Requires permanency.
Yes,
Yeah,
permanency is an 8th
that's-
level spell.
And that's not something just anyone's going to be all willy-nilly casting.
Yeah.
Which always really confuses me as to why there's all these +1 weapons.
Yeah, why would anybody waste a point of constitution to make a +1 weapon?
I think it has to do with the like a higher a weapon that's +2 or 3 or 4 or whatever would require more difficult components or more difficult whatevers, or maybe they tried to make a +5 weapon, but then their enchanted weapon spell failed the second time, and the best they could do was a +1 because you need to cast spells into the weapons to make it increase, to make its bonus to increase, and it gets like a saving throw every time you cast a spell that it needs to pass. So it's possible that you could be trying to make a +5 sword, but then like the magic goes wrong and you only end up with a +1 sword, and it's kind of shitty. You know, it's like the reject magic items that didn't quite make it out through the QA process.
I don't know. It just
Or
seemed
in a
like a
mechanic
really. I mean, I know they were trying to like keep
Party from just making
magic complete PCs from becoming magic factories, but it just became just such a
Yes.
ridiculous restriction that it's like, why would
Although-
anybody make anything other than world-ending magic items?
I do want to at least point out that what was it? I think Ryan was saying at one point that the permanent minus con or whatever it is only should apply when you're permanently casting a spell on like a creature on yourself, but it like on an item it doesn't incur that.
Let's take a look.
Because if you're like trying to permanently cast fly on yourself, I can see that
Oh yeah.
being like a -1 con, but a +1 to a weapon, you know.
Yeah, because most campaigns are magic item heavy, where PCs are walking around like, oh, I've got my boots of striding, and
Boots of spider
It's a
climb.
spider climb.
yeah,
Potion of extra healing.
but those don't require permanency.
Yeah.
I've got my +1 ring of protection. My glasses of true seeing, which only come up like 3 times in a campaign.
Yeah, I think the 1 point of con is only when you're casting a permanent spell effect on yourself.
Huh.
That
So you
makes
can-
a lot more sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
That makes more
See,
sense.
then it makes a lot more sense with all the lower magical items around.
Yeah, then you just get little crappy wizard, even though they can cast 8-level spells, they're just like, it's a bad day. Well,
Well, you guys head back to Berkshire, and
All right.
conveniently there are no encounters along the way. arrive
we
back
just
in
kind of
town.
clear the way and then we head back.
Yeah. Nice and easy. You arrive back in Berkshire, back in Shenanigans. The place has calmed down after it's been a couple of weeks now. No, it's not. It's been like 10, maybe 8 days at the most. Desmond's behind the bar, wiping it down. You arrive one evening. There are a few other people in the tavern, but it's kind of quiet. Lizzie is still by the fire with her feet propped up. You could swear that she hasn't moved an inch since you guys left. Desmond looks over at you guys, gives you a wave as the band picks up and starts playing some gentle music in the background. He leans forward and asks, well, how'd your mission go? How's Darcis this time of year?
I repaid a debt.
Yeah, he repaid a debt.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It's always bad to be in someone else's debt. Unless it's mine. Should have no problem ever being in my debt, guys. I'm a great person to owe money to or favors to.
Hey, Desmond.
Yeah. What's up?
You got any healing potions?
Not for sale.
All right.
Very well.
Can I get you guys anything to drink?
No, but Desmond. I found an interesting item in a magic shop.
Did you know?
In Darcis. These two little stones. Feel them. They're cold.
Ooh, these are nice and chilly.
Yes, they are designed to keep drinks cold.
How long do they last?
I believe you said they were permanent.
Sweet Jesus, an apple pie.
Yes.
Well, why don't you go learn that spell? And then come back here and sell me some of these suckers.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Let's be honest. Wouldn't make that much money anyway.
That's true. You get loaded doing these other missions.
Well, I mean,
You must
I
have
just
us
meant for
confused
you.
with somebody else.
The cool beverages are certainly wonderful to have, but people wouldn't be paying loads of extra money for them. You
That's
lose money.
true. That's true. Well, maybe you can just make a couple for me personally so I can enjoy a cool drink.
Well, maybe next time I'm in Darcis.
All right. Well, let's see. Everyone gets to take home a surprisingly large amount of experience because the wino and the horseman were actually worth quite a lot.
And there's only 3 of us.
And there are only 3 of you. Although, imagine how much more experience you would have gotten if you had let Zen and Dirk die.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 times the amount.
3 times. Please, everyone, take home 1,300 experience points.
Oh, sweet.
You could have gotten 3,600, Rock. You could have net leveled. Could have leveled.
It's but a drop in the ocean still.
Oh, God. How much do you need to level?
Like 29,000.
Oh. Really? Wow.
Yeah.
You got a long
Like
way
that.
to level 6.
7.
7, I mean, yeah.
Like that
Wait,
is
how much was it, Neal? 1,200?
1,300.
1,300.
1,300.
1,300? Third level.
Oh.
Ooh.
The life of a rogue.
Level every
Yep.
session. All right, Rob, why don't you roll us a d6 plus your con mod for HP?
Is that right? I almost put D5.
Ooh, that's no good. Ooh.
You know,
Nice.
both sessions so the first session I tripled my HP. Now I've doubled it.
Wow.
More than doubled it.
Wow. So you went from like 2 to 6, and now you're up at 11? Is that how it went?
13.
13, I mean, yeah, but you went from 2 to 6 to 13?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now I can be hit more than once, maybe.
Maybe. As long as it's not by a Lancer. It could easily do more than 13 points of damage. And you get another 30 thief points to upgrade your skills. Zen, did you level?
No.
How far away are you?
Like 6,500.
Okay, but you're getting close. Getting close. To level
Yeah,
6.
but it's level 6, so it's not that big of a milestone.
Well, one of these days, your characters will die and you'll have to make new ones. It wasn't today.
Yeah. Like, you see, what these people don't understand, the real curse is not the curse of level 5 where you die. The real curse is, oh my god, I survived to level 6, and I'm never going to get level 7 because it's going to be next year. And by next year, I mean an entire calendar year of 12 months. Not the, oh, it's almost the end of 2017, guys.
Right.
I mean, okay, Rob, let me put it this way. I've got 33,500 experience total. I've been playing this since the first session of this year, and there were a whole 3 months taken out of that. So this is about 7 months worth of experience.
Yep.
I started, yeah, I think I'm at like 6 or so.
Yep. So.
And that 3 months that you weren't playing. No, we got the real big stuff while you were still playing as Zen.
Right, but you haven't been playing like every session, so.
I've been playing almost every session. Then once I started up in shift work, then it was like, all right, now I'm not.
All right. Congratulations on surviving. Congratulations on leveling up, Rob. Good use of all of your spells and powers almost, and your healing potions. Unfortunately, they're gone now. And we'll see you guys back next week for some more shenanigans. In about 2 hours, Heroes Graveyard is going to be starting over on twitch.tv/DND. And tomorrow morning, we have the first run of Fatal One, which is very exciting.
What time is that?
So Neal, I
10 a.m. Pacific.
There's all these people in my group. Has it been? Has my group made a formal thing? Are we booked in for any particular time?
I have not gotten any word from your group about any of these things. Who is your group?
It was me, Justin, Bastion, Chucky.
That's 4. That's it. You, Justin, Bastion, Chucky. Yeah. One person from your group well, first off, you all need to make your characters, and then one person needs to send me an email about it with, all the characters attached in some way so I can take a look at them and make sure that they're all legit.
Guys.
Crap, that was on my PC.
Yeah, so just get someone to make it happen and send me the thing and in an email, and we'll put you guys on the calendar somewhere. In fact, if anyone
I figured we shouldn't be too soon because we're gonna win it and then it'll be over.
That sort of mentality that we're going to beat the dungeon this time is not very constructive. It's going to take a lot of people working together to solve this puzzle. It's a puzzle dungeon. If you think you're just going to power through it with confidence, you're going to get wrecked and you're not going to help the overall objective very easily. But don't let me dissuade you from dying horribly.
Neal, we have a Justin and a Robert.
I really don't feel like that will... I feel like Justin is a pretty good rules lawyer and a pretty good builder, but 5e's really well balanced. You can't... It's a hard game to break. It's really well balanced. So I'm not too concerned about your Justins and your Roberts or your Bastions or your Chuckies. It'll be fun. But if you think you can just waltz right through it, you are going to be sadly mistaken. Sadly. Anyway, that is tomorrow at 10 a.m. If anyone out there would like to run a party with their people, make up for 6th level characters in 5th edition using just the player's handbook rules, and send them to me with a request to play, and we'll sort out a time, because this time frame for this is pretty flexible. And pay attention to all of the other run-throughs, or at least the write-ups of other run-throughs that people will do, as you guys can slowly piece together what the dungeon looks like, what the rules of the dungeon are, maybe where some monsters are, maybe where some treasure is, maybe where traps are, maybe who knows what's in here, but you'll need to rely on the advances made by other people to get through the whole thing. So that's that, and we'll see you guys next week for more shenanigans. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
See you in